Hey guys, it's Fook, and I'm here to review my new Kenwood Excelon DDX9903S doubled-in car stereo, and it's in my 2012 Toyota Camry hybrid, and it basically replaced the stock unit that I had in here, which I don't believe was the JBL model. I think it was just like the most basic one you can get. Um, it comes with Android Auto as well as Apple CarPlay. And I've used it for about a week now. It's paired with my Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, and it works really well, although there are a few things that I don't like about it. The sound quality sounds fine to me, although I've read that some people thought that the Pioneer unit that had Android Auto uh, was a lot better. This unit is about $400. Um, you have to find that at a discount because I think the list price is closer to like 700 or 800 bucks. But I got a good deal, and I had it installed and basically replaced my old Clarion unit. Now the reason I did that was that I had navigation built into that Clarion unit before. This one does not come with navigation built in. It has to come from your phone when you pair it using CarPlay or Android Auto. Um, but that one was getting my Clarion was getting long in the tooth, so it was time to replace it. The maps on some roads weren't showing, and what have you. So this is the main interface for the Kenwood unit. You can select from several displayed modes, I guess, based on what you want to see. So I usually, if I don't have the phone connected, I would just have it showing the time and the date. Um, the one thing that I don't like about the Kenwood, just out of the box, is the interface. It kind of sucks. I mean, except for this home screen, which looks great, everything else is kind of crappy. I mean, if I go into the radio mode, it does have HD radio. You can see that it gives you this very ugly screen with huge text. Some people may like it, but I just think it's ugly. It's not clean. It's pretty terrible. So fortunately I almost never use it like this. So that's a good thing. It does have HDMI input, so I can connect different things to it. It does support Sirius XM, what have you. So it does have a lot of features, but the basic user interface is kind of crappy. But the best thing about it is Android Auto or CarPlay. Now, in my experience, I much prefer Android Auto to Apple CarPlay, but that's just personal preference. So when you start Android Auto, you basically get this screen, which is your home screen, so to speak, and it gives you a bunch of cards, almost like on your phone, showing you music that you've recently played, the weather, destinations that you've gone to in the past, and then you have some very basic options on the interface. Android Auto does lock you down in terms of what you can do, and I think they do that on purpose so that you don't get distracted while you're driving. So the circle that you see here right in the middle of the screen is kind of your home button for the system, and then you have the phone icon to make a phone call. You have the music icon to play your music, and this is where Android Auto kind of sucks. I mean, everything else is really good about it, but the music integration just really, really stinks. Number one, you don't have a lot of options for music player. You're either using Google Play Music, which kind of sucks, or you can use a bunch of other music programs that are more like streaming music, like iHeartRadio or Spotify or Pandora or whatever. And some people may like those, because they have subscriptions and what have you, and that's fine. I don't want to use that and kind of waste my data plan listening to music on the drive. I want to listen to music that I've loaded into my phone. Using Google Play, you can listen to that, but they have to be in playlist. You can't browse by albums or artist or any of that stuff. I did download this third-party player called MD Player that allows me to essentially browse by artist, or at least folders. So that's pretty cool. So I have my Taylor Swift, my Guns N' Roses, Beethoven, and yes, it's quite an eclectic mix of of music here, but at least I can browse it by that. If I were to switch it to, I don't know, say Google Play Music, the only thing I can do is look at my playlist or my podcast or radio, and that's it. But like I said, I don't want to waste data streaming it, so it kind of sucks on the music integration, which for some people could be a deal breaker, because music is, aside from navigation, it's one of the main things you do in your car. But I found that MD Player works fine for me, so not a huge deal. The phone interface works really well, so that's great. It downloads your contacts. The included mic that comes with the system is really clear, and even when you're driving at speed, works really well. And then of course you get the awesome navigation using Google Maps. This works really, really well, and I like the interface a lot more, and I like the maps more from Google Maps than what you would get with say the CarPlay integration. The voice search is also excellent with the Google product, so if I were to make a search, I can just hit the icon either on the screen, and I should turn up my volume.
If you just said something, I didn't hear what it was.
All right, let's start again.
This is Ari Shapiro reporting.
What's the weather in La Mesa?
It's currently 76 degrees and partly cloudy in La Mesa. Today, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 81 degrees and a low of 61 degrees.
So let me turn this down so I can talk again. You don't have to hear the response there. But I found that voice search on Android just works a lot better than Siri or the equivalent on Apple, for sure. So this is a godsend. So you can activate voice search by touching the icon on the screen, or if you have a mic icon on the steering wheel, you can touch that as well. And it works really well for everything from navigation to making phone calls to asking for simple requests like the weather, or gas stations or restaurants near you, or things like that. So overall, I really like Android Auto. I like this unit. There's a couple of things that would prevent me from giving it, say, a full 5 stars out of 5. Number one being the Kenwood default user interface is just ugly. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And then for Android Auto, which has nothing to do with Kenwood, I wish they had better music apps that allows you to play music that have been downloaded to your phone directly, and a better way to navigate that. But again, that's nothing to do with Kenwood. Overall, though, I think that the experience is a much better one than what I had on my Clarion unit. I think the sound's a little bit better, but like I said, some users have reported that other head units in the same price range sounds better than the Kenwood. Anyways, that's my review of the Kenwood Excelon DDX9903. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer it for you. Thanks, guys.